The days of building terrain block by block in survival mode are over, for the Mod Axiom has all of the answers you seek, packed into a simple interface that anyone can use. Today, I'm going to share my terraforming techniques that can hopefully help you create some legendary worlds. To start, there are two paths you can take when starting your terrain building journey. One is build off what's already there. What I mean by that is instead of planning in a super flat world, load up a regular Minecraft world and build off what's already there. Instead of starting from scratch, use a mountain and build on top of it. Highlight the best parts and remove the ugly bits, like exposed caves or floating chunks. This also helps you blend your terrain with the surrounding area, because transferring from a world with nothing around to one with complete terrain, the edge of your custom terrain will need a lot more work. The other option is to use a reference image. Either find a real-life terrain to base your build off of, or even use someone else's build as a basis for yours. I mean, you could just copy, but try and add your own flair to it so you can truly call it yours. If you do have a reference image in mind, instead of tabbing back and forth all the time, there are two ways you can bring it onto your screen for quick referencing. First is in File, Open Reference Image. This will open a file explorer, where you can select a downloaded image from your computer. It'll be real tiny up here, but you can expand it easily by grabbing the bottom right and dragging. And you can right click and close it when you're done with it. You can also use the annotation tool. Select the image icon here and paste in an image URL. Then click on the ground or a wall and it'll appear in-game, so you can fly around it. If you need it bigger, hold left control and click on the slider and type in the image size you want. You can also adjust the opacity and a couple other things, but for the most part, this is all you need. Alright, now for the tools that'll help you out. Start with the rock and elevation tools. The rock tool is a great start, since it's like a 3D paintbrush. The settings don't matter much, since this is just going to be your rough draft. After you have your clump of clay formed, you can now use the elevation tool. All the subparts here are useful: raise, lower, and flatten. Use these to clean up any blocky bits and better shape your terrain to what you have in your mind. Now to dial in that last bit of detail. Smooth and roughen the terrain depending on what you think works best for your terrain. You can always try it one way and then undo a bunch if you prefer it the other way. Both are acceptable ways of doing terrain, it just depends on what you want for your final outcome. Now that you have somewhat of a finished canvas, you need to color it in. Again, I will give you two options to work with. If you're brave or just more artistically inclined than myself, you can use the Paint and Noise Painter tools to manually texture your terrain. Choose this option if you have a good idea of what you want every little detail to look like. This option gives you full creative control over your terrain. Now the other option is to use the auto shade function built into Axiom. For a full tutorial, check out this video here. But for a quick demo, choose the brightest block you want in your terrain, and paint your terrain as that block. Now select all of your terrain. Click Operations and Auto Shade. For specifics, like I said, check out that video. But I like these settings here. I like to choose my own palette by using the gradient helper in this menu here in your inventory. Now, click Shade. Bam! You can optionally paint over with a noise painter on top for blocks like grass. And now you should have some awesome looking terrain. If it didn't turn out as you expected, just try again. It'll be rare for your perfect image to come to life one for one. But when you do create something you like, or you just want a bit of feedback on it, join my Discord and drop it into the Minecraft Builds channel. I would love to see what y'all are capable of.